Welcome to the Beantown Bully podcast.
Which one are we starting with?
We're gonna start with Johnny Depp. I sent you guys
Uh,
the videos. You should be all caught up.
Oh, what videos? I only saw the
There's
YouTube
a
videos.
bunch of links inside the chat. If you want to watch them now, Johnny Depp, that would be perfect.
Johnny
Um,
Depp videos.
Yep.
I do,
Okay.
I do know some information about this situation. It goes way back. I think it has to do with the time that he was in productions with Disney's and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and that's the reason why he also got fired from the
He
Pirates of the
released
Caribbean.
7 videos of him being abused.
Just audio.
Yeah, just audio. There is some video. So I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down real quick. Give me a bit. I see to collect some background noise.
It goes way back. This situation with him.
All right. So just for Johnny, he was married to Amber for 15 months before they got divorced. After she publicly said that he abused her and did all these other, so he's been out of the game for about 2 years. He was blacklisted.
Is it 2 years?
Yeah, he was out for about 2 years since that happened.
I thought it was more.
Solid as Hollywood.
So he was blacklisted, blackballed. They kicked him off the Pirates of the Caribbean movie because they were gonna get. All the news media covered it. Now that the tapes came out, there's like 70 tapes that they were. I think it was marriage counseling and some other things that they had. No one's covering any of the news clips. Some people are still defending her. She threw pots and pans. She admitted to threw pots and pans at them. She admitted that he would leave, and when he would try to leave, she would try to stop him. She cut off a part of his finger.
No. I think what you should start from is the situation where people believed him and how media supported her Amber through the beginning.
She did.
You know
she
what I
went
mean?
to a Me Too movement. She hosted one. They invited her as a guest speaker, and she was talking about how she lived through all this trauma. None of this was true because from the tapes, she's the abuser.
Yeah.
There's 70 tapes, over 70 tapes that came out. Only a handful of them are actually out. They said there's about 70. It got so bad one day that she was assaulting him that Johnny Depp screamed for his bodyguard to stop the fight. So
shit! I didn't hear that.
he was getting it done. If people don't know where she's from, she's Iron Man. She's playing as the co-star, the main co-star of. She's the redhead in Iron Man. Yeah. When it happens to a guy, it's not believed. Like, rape for a guy is kind of funny.
When it comes to
Wait, what you say?
a double standard when it comes to women abusing men and men abusing women.
Right? He got beat up, and then she said she had marks on her. That was proven to be all makeup because she didn't go to the hospital. The picture she showed up, when she went out later in the day, she had no marks. So all that was fake. All that. Even her parents sided with Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp's ex-wives came out and said that they don't believe that he did any of this. So it's kind of wild that no one's covering. Kathy, it's the white comedian, Kathy, the one that the president said.
Yeah,
Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, Kathy.
Yeah.
She sided with Amber, saying that the tapes don't really change anything. I'm like, it changes a lot.
Plus just the amount of the tapes too.
It changes.
You know what also changes a lot too is the fact that she doesn't put a lot of movies out, and that a lot of people don't want to work with her. That's what I also heard.
It's crazy. Go ahead.
She's a person with issues, like basically, like, she's hard to work with. The last movie that she came out with was with what's his face? No, not the one before that one. The one before that one. It was like where she's like some woman that lives in a clock in a tower. She can't die.
Truth be told, she's not a big actor. From what it's like, I don't see her in a lot of movies.
Just because she's difficult to work with.
Before she was in Aquaman, I didn't know what she did. Like, I had to look her up, and I'm like, these are the movies in him. These don't look like big name movies.
So what I've heard, how this whole thing started is that Amber, at the beginning, she was the victim, right? How media just sided with her, people sided with her, and Johnny Depp was this, you know, figure that everybody thought he's like a most humble person. When, you know, to Amber's situation, it was like, whoa, what the fuck? This guy's an abuser. No wonder he was single for so long. And of course, how media is and always has been, with, physical abuse, including women and anything that has to do, that can boost it up. It made Johnny Depp look bad, and that's why Disney closed the deal with him with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, right? The saga, the whole thing. And he also has had a hard time finding gigs because of that too.
Yeah, he
Um,
started drinking too.
yeah, and he started drinking, and a lot of people, um, to this day, now that the tapes are out, right, are wondering like what took him so long to because he's the one that held those tapes for him to release them, right? And he finally released them. Like, I guess maybe because how she caught his finger, or maybe things were gonna get worse, or maybe it's because the reason why what I heard, the reason why she cut his finger is because he came for he came towards her and he said, "Look, can you sign this prenuptial agreement, even though they're married, right?" And she freaked the fuck out. She's like
None of
throwing.
that's true.
That's what I heard.
None of that's true.
Okay.
So there is a clip of Johnny Depp like throwing plates and stuff. The reason that's happening is because someone close to him just died recently, and she was recording him while he was crying, and he passed out. Looking at what she's done since, I'm looking at looking at her filmology. The only thing I can see her in is Aquaman and London Fields. I haven't seen. She was in Justice League, the Danish Girl, Magic Mike, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. The Playboys Club, but these are like super old movies. This is going back 9 years. He's not a big actor,
She's a gold digger.
clearly.
Just and evil too, and abusive. I don't like. It's sad how long it took Johnny to come out with a taste, but good thing he did.
She just kept shitting on him. Then the whole woman march. It just didn't make any sense. You would go this far.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing about society too, man. There's always two sides of the coin, right? In the beginning, it was her voice being heard, right? It was in where was Johnny Depp? No one even bothered asking him, like, dude, is this for real? Like, can you tell us? Are you abusive? Is something going on? I mean, he also came out with the pictures, right? When he got like a black eye, and when also she threw the plates that Basha just mentioned, and yeah, I don't understand why nobody bothered asking him, his side of the story too. Like, why the
Like,
society has to. Hmm?
just like ask him if he's okay. You mean?
Yeah, yeah, like ask him, like, is because there's always two sides of the coin. The first coin was Amber. Everybody covered her. Everybody was hearing
Yeah,
her. Media.
nobody's really there for Johnny Depp.
Exactly. It was almost like it was almost like instant. Oh yeah, he's an abusive husband.
Yeah, they painted him in a bad light. They made him the bad guy. They painted him in a
Yeah,
bad light.
yeah, and yeah, and
That
of
was
course,
damaging too.
what happened? What was the backlash? Disney just decided to cut him off. Nobody wanted. Don't. He
Really
was
hurt
getting.
his career.
Hmm?
Really hurt his career.
Yeah,
And then where it hurts, where he makes money.
yeah. Like, that's another thing. Like, what was her intention, like, of staying with him if she didn't really love him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, was she trying to control him or was she just jealous of him?
Yo, she was just sick. If you listen to
Yes.
the tapes, she has lost her shit. Like every
But
time that he walked away, she got enraged. You're not a real man. Like she was gaslighting him throughout the whole thing. But
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, but that's the thing. If she kept offending him to the point that she kept belittling him, like, doesn't it click to her head like, this is not the guy I want to be with? I'm gonna get a divorce or just walk away.
I think that comes back to her using him because he's Johnny Depp and he's rich and famous.
Yeah, but she she could also get with someone else. Like I'm not gonna lie, she is a very beautiful, attractive woman to look at, right? Regardless if she has a different attitude or her, logic points is just messed up. But yeah, she's good look. She's pretty good looking to look at. But I don't know. I mean, is she one of those type of people or person that becomes possessive? Like, what does she want out of Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I think that she is possessive. Because if you're abusive, you're usually possessive too.
And not only that, but why? And also, I gotta put Johnny Depp in blast in here. Like, as a man, like, yo, I don't like this woman. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't he kick in his head? Like, no, no. Even though she might take a huge chunk out of the prenup, but I don't care. I'm out. I call it quits. See you. Bye.
Now he knew she was trouble before he married her. He didn't know to the extent. It just got worse after they got married. Listen to the tapes. He knew that like she had some type of problem.
But Bosh, like, you think about it. Okay, so he knew, right? He knew. You're saying that. Okay, that's fair. But call it quits. You're like, listen, you're good looking, you're all right, but this is not gonna work out between you and I, right? You know what I mean? Like, just call it quits. Like, was it so hard for him?
I guess so.
Like,
He married her when he knew
yeah, but
she was
like,
off her rockers.
yeah, but like it almost feels like she had him threatened. You know what I mean? Because he's still married to her, and it almost feels like she has him on a lock or on under some sort of you know thing that he's not allowed to leave her. Because think about it, if all he has to do is file for divorce. Yes, she may
Are they
take a
still
huge chunk.
together? Are they
Hmm?
still together?
And
Yeah,
they're not together. It's like battered woman syndrome, battered spouse syndrome, whatever it's called. Yeah, like you know how women who like get slapped in the head and they stay with their husbands, vice versa. Like it happens to men too. It seems.
that's first to me, man. It's a first to me. Like, I don't know, man.
You never
I
seen a
wouldn't.
woman who stays in an abusive relationship?
But
Yes.
like Stockholm syndrome, when like the kidnapper, you like fall in love with your kidnapper, that can
This is
happen. You can fall in love with your abuser too.
Huh?
this is
Can you go into that? Tell me more about Stockholm syndrome.
It's just what I just said.
So, can I give you an example if I'm hearing this right? So, someone from Maine coming down to this state and never leaving? Does that sound about right?
oh my god.
I don't know.
That is totally different. Gosh,
I kind of think it's the same.
I'm for
that is
this
totally
whole
different.
That was just to make sure everybody was awake.
Okay, okay. I think I know where he's going at. Okay, I think I know where he's going at. But just to verify here, I need to know his address so I can go see him again. Gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about. But back to that. Yeah, he's
maybe
lost. Go ahead.
maybe they're toxic for each other because sometimes I don't know. Like even though somebody be toxic, it's still like hard not to talk to them.
Yeah. I mean,
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of women a lot of women go a lot of it seems to me a lot of women like him. You know what I mean?
Well,
Um
yeah, Johnny Depp, he's like a rock star or actor. Like he looks like a rock star, but I know he's an actor.
He has his
but
own band. I've also
mhm.
seen that
Mm.
about that.
Yeah, I think I've heard him say how he wishes he would have been a rock star instead of an actor.
That's the thing.
That's
Like he can get any girl he wants. So why stick with this one?
I think he's just like sympathetic and deep. So he has empathy, but it's like that's not good for him.
Yeah, yeah, he's just a softie. That's what it really boils down to. He's a
Yeah,
softie, and
so
he got trapped in that crazy relationship.
yeah,
Mm,
I think he's happy.
I don't know, man. I I I
Do you guys think that they're gonna break up? Like,
oh hell yeah.
They're divorced already. Like he gave
oh,
her a shitload of money.
I wonder if that's just like leave me the fuck alone money.
I don't
Oh,
know. He gave her a shitload of money. Like, he gave her a whole bunch of. I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
here's the thought though.
Well,
Here's
yeah.
what do you think is gonna happen now? Do you think now society and media will side with Johnny Depp?
No one's
Or,
covering it right now. There's no news article saying that talking about the tapes. The way I've heard about it, it was through Twitter and YouTube videos. Like people are bringing it up, but no news organization. There's no news sites talking
oh, it's gonna blow up. You wait.
Yeah, I think so. I think it will blow up on social media even more so.
Yeah, but
Because
it's already on social media.
I know, but this is
No,
making me mad, and it's kind of like the first I've heard about it.
she's referring is ET, like entertainment television. Hmm.
I don't know, man. It's just wild because I'm just like, this has been out for like about 2 weeks, and here's the thing: these people like to pretend like news organizations not on Twitter, like they're all on it. It's like people take a picture or something or record like an incident with their phone, and like somebody on the news channel will reach out to somebody else. Can we put this on tonight's episode? They're on there, so I'm fairly certain they definitely seen it.
No,
And
it's
Okay,
because
he's a
okay, so
big
they
enough
use
star.
but they use the Amanda part, her side of the story, for the Me Too movement agenda. So they don't want the truth coming out at all because they already used the lies for their agenda of the Me Too movement. So they're gonna try to keep this down. That's why we have to talk about the truth that Johnny Depp is actually was getting abused and that he deserves like the right to be in movies and that people need to talk about this.
you mean you mean you mean the fact that she lied to the Me Too movement in order to get
Yeah.
herself out there?
Yes,
That's what
because
she did.
that's what they put on the news.
I feel like if they do like recant that story, like that'll kind of hurt the Me Too movement a little bit because they'll make it seem like maybe it's not all
No, Johnny Depp's the new face of the Me Too movement. Men can get Me Too too.
because nobody believed what's his name,
Terry
the big
Crews.
black dude who said he was like molested by a Hollywood person.
Yeah,
Oh,
A lot of double standards.
and that's the thing too. That's the thing too, because here
I
here's
gonna
here's
come out
where,
with like social media though.
mhm.
Just
But
like
where's the line drawn though for the Me Too movement, like for them to step in? Here's that's another question. How is it that the Me Too movement knew, uh, or even for that matter, decided to side with Amber Heard and not heard Johnny Depp's side? You know what I mean? Like for them to go to to that point and be like, oh yes, we believe you. We you know what? You're an innocent. You're a victim. Blah blah blah. You can, you know, we will support you and blah blah. Yeah, and not hear Johnny Depp's side. It's like for them to jump in and say, okay, um, you know, regardless of the situation, even if the truth is out there now, like it is now, she's still the victim. They're still defending her. So what Moki said is like, okay, what about the truth? You know,
no one cares about the truth. If the lie's more entertaining.
that's just wrong, man. Like I'm sorry, but that's just wrong. Like I'm not trying to.
See there.
What you say?
I said there's a lot of hypocrisy there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not gonna backtrack on it. The same way they were doing, like when news people want to make corrections, there's barely a blip on it, unless they have to get their lawyers on it because they're just being negligent now. It's like there is the other side. They're not really putting it out there, but they put the other side. Truthfully, the Me Too movement has been diluted by all these fake accounts that's going out, and people jumping to that whole believe all women thing. Like, no, believe the facts.
right,
Give the women the benefit of the doubt, but
right.
believe the facts.
Get the facts first. Get the facts first before you start jumping into the conclusion of okay, who's the she's the victim or he's the victim or whatever it is.
I agree. I agree. I don't
Because
even think that the Me Too movement is good for women. I don't think it's good for women or men. Obviously, it's not good for men.
I think it's just the media
They don't really
show.
care about us.
That's just yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Johnny Depp. I mean, hopefully after this, he gets uh his job back, his career back, and he's starts people start
It,
empathizing with him.
yeah, I think that would be an outrage if he doesn't get like work again.
I feel like there's no Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What is it? It's like he got canceled for something he didn't do. Like what?
Cancel culture is a little bit too much, though.
But he didn't even do it. So it's like we really need to be we can't respond like to everything with emotions. We have to respond.
With logic.
Yeah.
that's where the truth comes in.
hmm
But that's the thing. Like, here's that's what where Basha is saying. People don't want to hear the truth. People want to hear what they want to hear.
But okay, when you were doing the research about this on Twitter, weren't people interested though?
There is a lot of people who's actually doing the whole Justice for Johnny hashtags and stuff like that. But there is a good amount of people that doesn't matter. He's still toxic. Blah blah. I'm just like, I don't know.
That's just hate,
I don't
dude.
know what
That's
you guys
just
want. Like
the whole story.
I don't know what you guys want. Like he's literally doing. He didn't say he's never said anything bad about her in public. If you looked into this, he hasn't said. Once the tapes were released, that's when he started talking. He's never actually came out and said anything bad about her in public. Like,
Did you hear?
Go ahead.
Did you hear what she said about her cutting his finger?
Go ahead, tell us.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. Maybe you can correct me too, please. I did hear that that she said he saw himself cut with a knife in his finger.
Oh, she says he cut it off his own finger. Yeah,
Yeah.
She already admitted in the tape. She already admitted that she was the one who did that. It's kind of crazy.
It really is. That's something like a psychopath in a movie would do. She cut a piece of his fucking finger off.
And
like that's so psychotic.
In the tape, she literally says, "You're a man, though. No one's gonna believe you. The courts are gonna believe me." She says all this on tape.
Yeah.
You guys gotta really listen to the link I sent you. You gotta.
No.
It's fucking crazy. It's like 30.
That's so
30 minutes.
She's evil.
That's where like I'm actually even gonna like wonder like, okay, so what's media gonna do about this? Like, what is society gonna think about this now? You can hear her say, "Nobody's gonna believe you that I did it. You're a man, so nobody's gonna believe you." Like, it's fucked, dude. if people ignore that violence and the intention that is within that person to even say cut off his finger. Okay, so now she's just cutting his finger. Okay, what's gonna be next? What's it gonna take for somebody to say, look, this woman is toxic, and not only that, but she's very dangerous. She could have taken his life. Imagine if that knife actually just slid down his wrist. Whoops.
If it hasn't caused the outrage yet, I don't think there will be an outrage. So, unfortunately, like if the finger cutting off didn't get an outrage, what's gonna get an outrage? Maybe not everybody has heard about it yet. We'll see.
Like, I don't know, man. For me, I would like. I am siding with Johnny Depp, but I am kind of put him in on blast because why did it took him so long, dude? Why did it took him so long to say his piece?
Well, it's like you have to stand up to your abuser, or else they're gonna abuse somebody else.
Yeah, but truthfully, well, these tapes, he would have nothing. So you don't know how long the tapes were like this. I think they were like marriage counseling and like what's the other thing? I think it's like just marriage counseling. But truth be told, like you got to see, maybe you couldn't release it earlier because it would look
Isn't there like
fishy.
confidentiality that comes with like?
Oh, that's a really good point about the confidentiality that comes with like therapy of any kind.
Oh.
If you're a doctor, you can't really release those things, but I don't know if you're a patient if you can.
If he asks for the tapes himself.
No, I think he recorded it.
No. If he asked for it to be recorded and they recorded it for him and she knew that they were recording, then everything's fair game.
As long as she agrees, then they can probably use that.
She knew it was being recorded. She goes in multiple times when they're talking. She tries to change the subject. I'm not gonna talk about this. Why you bring this up now? She keeps trying to change the subject when he's asking her a specific question. and blaming it, just bringing it back and blaming it on him. But she's sick. There's nothing else. I just hope that she gets the same work that everybody else is getting, because all these people who get this cancel, like people, it's like I was looking online, a lot of people saying cancel culture is not real. I'm like, it's real. The people who really got canceled, it really. Aziz, I don't. Is he still doing anything? I don't really follow him. Moke, that's your boy. Is he really doing anything?
I
No.
haven't really heard anything from him.
Like he's kind of done. There's a bunch of people that I'm looking into that are not that kind of haven't recovered when they got that rapist or get me too on them.
No, culture is very real.
It
You
is.
mean you mean when something bad happens to him, like or something?
And then everybody's
Yeah.
like, okay, you can't listen to his music anymore. You can't watch any of her movies anymore. It's just like, what? Yeah, I can.
Alright, we're gonna move over to Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. Uh, he had his
Kobe.
own. He had his own Me Too scandal, or let's say it's technically it's a Me Too scandal. But before I want to get into that, I want to talk about the people who were shitting on him the same days
Oh.
after he died. Like that comedian who brought up the joke that finally a rapist is dead. There is a principal that tweeted out. I'm not gonna lie. Seems like karma come up with this rapist today. When he died, she deleted the post. She resigned and she deleted her Twitter account. Why do people get emboldened to say these type of crazy shit as they die? That's question one. The other question is like, for Gail had an interview with Kobe's friend Lisa Leslie. She brought up the rape case. She tried to backpedal and said that it was all CBS's fault about uh, the way it was cut. But truth be told, like you're a big enough star, you're friends with Oprah, you guys are big enough stars to actually have them cut it. There's no way to just cut that out, cut it the way you have it, and put it out without your knowledge. Say that again?
Prior knowledge, you know?
Yeah, she's way too big for them to cut it and just let it go. Like that don't make no sense. There's a lot of celebrities that stood up. Little Boosie, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, who's defense of Kobe. Does she deserve all the hate? She's saying she's getting death threats. She's scared for her life. Truth be told, I feel like she's getting what she deserves.
Yep, I agree.
Like you and Oprah has been doing a lot of weird and wild shit. A lot of people's not fucking with you. You only seem to go after black people. Which the R. Kelly one, hey, everyone can clearly see that dude was guilty. There's no ifs, ands, or buts
Yeah.
about it. He married a lady when she was like 15, 14, 15. So no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Probably even younger. I don't know. What else? Weinstein, she's not going after that life coach, a Spanish life coach who's been molesting little kids for 20 plus years. That she and him were doing business with. She was trying to say she didn't know. But after all that, they look funny. Like their credibility doesn't sound right. Now, the rape case. I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of the rape case itself. So Kobe's rape case. The lady said that Kobe raped her. When they did the rape test, she had more than one DNA test. That means she had sex with someone else within the same time that she slept with Kobe. There were also articles saying that she was bragging about sleeping with him. Seemed like she was having fun. She was telling people
That
his dick
sounded like
Go
she
ahead.
was in like an orgy or something.
Say that again.
It sounded like she was in like an orgy or something.
Yeah.
Kobe wasn't in an orgy, but from what I'm hearing, there was multiple scenes, like up to like 6, 7. So
Ew.
it was crazy.
This is a woman.
Yo,
Ew.
you acting like it's not okay to be a slut. She can be violent. Yo, that's how she wants to live her life. I'm only talking about the rape. I don't care if she's slutting it up. That's not my concern.
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, then she was telling people like how big his dick is, how good the sex was. She was telling people all this information, and then she didn't appear to court, and then the case was dropped. So Gail's getting pressed because she kept pressing her Kobe's friend. Also, I actually looked this up. I forgot to say this earlier. Oprah did the same thing to Michael Jackson's mother, talking about the boys that were supposedly raped. There's a clip out of Oprah talking craziness to Michael Jackson's mother, talking about how would you know he was doing this with boys? Like it just sounded a little crazy.
Wow.
I'm just like, it clearly seems like they clearly have it out. Oprah says she was raped at a young age. I don't really know about she was raped twice at like 9, then it was at 16 or whatnot. I think at that time she was just done with black people in general, and she just hit it very well. But it just was
So
kind
she
of
was
crazy.
ready to cool.
Go ahead.
I said she was ready to cool at an early age.
Yo, man, her stepmom relationship is just baffles me.
Yo, that's because she don't want Stedman to get any of her money.
I respect that. I respect that. But common law marriage is a thing. They've been together for a bit. I gotta see what states that allow that. But truth be told, that if they did break up, he can probably still sue her for money. Because there's people who got prenups and were able to get that overturned through courts. If you got a good enough lawyers, you can do magic. And Oprah's a big enough fish that someone probably would take the case pro bono just
I
to have
know.
Oprah case. And the guy has money. He's not a little broke dude. The guy has money. But back to the overall story.
He ain't got Oprah money.
Huh?
I said he ain't got Oprah money.
He's up there though. He's not no slouch. He's not no
Oh
slouch.
shit!
Like he's up there. Like Oprah is in B's. He's definitely in some M's. He's not no slouch. So if he needs to go do that, he like you ain't hearing
Can get
no
a car.
scandals. They got good PR. But yeah, they just seem like they're just out to get black people in general. That's not what I want. The real question is that how long must he hassling over his head? If you see him as being throughout the years, like after that court case, he cleaned up his act on just numerous things. From what it seemed, like he was doing more youth things, more of his family. Like after all that, like a lot better in life.
He,
How
Also,
he
how
his
long?
marriage with his wife.
Yeah.
yeah, his wife forgave him too. Like she didn't hold any animosity toward him. She thought he was a good person, and she had his children. So
Yep. Yep.
obviously thought he was a good character.
I think he got caught in like a mess. Like he was young. He was young. Just give him that benefit. He was young, and
This
whoever this
happened in
girl is,
2003.
yeah, man, no, come on now.
He was
He was
like
young.
20.
He's young. This is Kobe. This is young Kobe. This is back when he was getting into the whole Black Mamba thing, right?
This is fresh, like fresh in the league type Kobe.
Yeah. So of course, I mean, he's getting fame, he's getting money, he's getting attention, he's getting media all over him, and of course, there's a girl coming in the side saying, "Hey, do you want to have sex with me?" Of course, he's a man. He's not gonna say no, right? So he got caught in a
With his
huge
hand in the cookie jar.
what?
With his hand in the cookie jar.
Exactly, man. He got caught in his hand with a cookie jar, and yo, if his wife forgave him, it's because you know what? May he rest in peace. He didn't deserve to be in that moment. He didn't deserve it, but again, he got caught in his cookie jar, and that's it. Now the fact that this girl says that he's a rapist, nah, man. I don't see Kobe like that. He's got a lot of fame and money, and that's a number one reason why they came after him. What about the other people? Hmm?
Why didn't she go through the court case? That's the real question. Why did she leave? I mean, not show up.
See, that's this. That's another thing. That's where you gotta get your facts straight, man. Like, just how Basha said it. After that situation happened, he he was doing a lot of youth movements. Got involved with a lot of PR stuff, right? So he's innocent. He was pretty just got caught in a mess. That's it. Now the whole situation where these people are saying all those comments, including that actress. Remember that actress that's in that TV show?
No.
It's based. Help me out. It's about cyber people and
Come on,
they,
Westworld.
Westworld. Yes, she's the one that came out and said it first, as far as I remember. And everybody was bashing her like, "Yo, this is not the right time. This is not the right time." And a lot of people are forgetting, and these people are forgetting is that he was with his daughter, right? So for the fact that these people are saying this and not even empathizing the fact that he was with his daughter, dude, like that hurts,
None of the
man.
people.
Right, right, that hurts, man. Like imagine the poor guy. in the helicopter with the other 9 people and his daughter. What were they going through? What were they thinking? And the first thing the society or this people in society do, oh, another rape is done. Oh, this and oh, he's dead finally. Whatever comment, like, not one single strand of shit. How about the family of the other 9 people? How about his wife, the two sisters? You know, how are they feeling? Nothing. No empathy. Society, man, it's just messed up.
Hey, man.
How about that? How about that? How about that picture that Moki found? The way Wikipedia wrote it, dude. Yeah, that's messed up.
You mean the
That's
assassination?
yeah, that's messed up,
The
bro.
one I put in there?
Oh, sorry, Bosh.
Wow.
I put Moki because I thought it was Moki. But all right.
I don't know, man. It's like the same thing with the news people who, if a black person does die, they'll put the wrong picture. Like they'll always like a black actor dies and they'll put like the wrong picture for some strange reason. I'm just like, how does this happen every time?
Hmm.
Like,
Racist.
like this person, but
Racist. I don't know, man.
that's
Just
literally it.
Kobe, may he rest in peace, man. And his daughter
Yeah.
and the other 9 people. It's sad. It's sad what happened, and also to his family and the other nine people's families. I mean, for society not to care one little bit before blasting him, that's just sad, man. Are they still gonna do the monument on?
Yeah, they're still gonna do the monument. They're still gonna change some type of rules in the NBA, but I don't know how true that rule that is thing. They said they're gonna change it so that at the end of third quarter, each team will get 24 points extra, something like that. I'm just like, okay, it's weird, but okay. So they can literally change the scores, but I don't know how true that was. That just sounded stupid. But do you believe Gail should be getting this type of hate?
Yes.
Me too. Especially the thing you said about Oprah, about the thing she said to Michael Jackson's mother. I feel like that's literally like the same thing that Gail just did. So I don't know. Like
Like
it's really not.
if you guys seen the interview, it looks like like she's
Like that's
pressing her.
cringe. Yeah, that's
Like
cringe.
she says, okay, she starts talking about Kobe, and then she's like, oh, is there a stain on Kobe's legacy? She's like, no, there isn't. And then she's like, for you, if him, did you see anything? She's like, no, I've never seen it. She's like, but it maybe you'll never see it because maybe it just wasn't like that when you were around. Like she just kept pressing on of it. Like she answers the question, she says another question about Kobe. She answers the question, she gets another one. So it's like you want her to say something negative. You want her, yeah. She was like leading her down the path, trying to like it was straight
Just
leading
say
her.
it. Just say it. Just say it.
But yeah, but that's crazy.
Oh.
I feel like it's just as dirt. Like every other community literally has like, well, I should say every other community, like the Jewish community, like someone Jewish just acts up, they go at them. I feel like the Asian community does the same thing. Like she's getting everything she deserves right now. All the hate, all the backlash. Now, am I saying should someone physically harm her? No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But she should lose. Like people should look at like, anything that's supporting Oprah and Gail. You guys should really look at it. Like I'm not messing with you guys. The shit you guys keep pull because truthfully, after all the documentaries she's been putting out, the Kobe one, the R. Kelly one, the Russell Simmons one, she's supposedly backing out of. I think HBO picked it up. Why didn't she have time to do Harvey Weinstein and other people that are close to her? These are some. These are not like
Oh, I see where you're getting at.
smaller people. Like she's going into attacking, so it looks weird. But back to the Kobe thing. In this cancel culture of Me Too era, if you fuck up as a younger person, like I don't think you should be able to forgive. They get a pass, but years have gone by, and he's better himself as a person in society. Why is he still? Why is
Getting
he
a bad
still
reputation.
why is they're holding up to something that happened that long ago when clearly from what I've seen in the facts with the lady the woman having multiple sex partners and within hours of the time that she slept with Kobe, it just seemed like you may have to give him a benefit of the doubt on this. Like, hey, it doesn't look right, but just blatantly say he's a rapist. Like, all people feel emboldened he's a rapist. I feel like the feminist, these things are just so skewed that it's like they don't want to go against their own. Like it's a good and a bad thing. It's just like other groups had it too, like the Black Lives Matter. Like you don't want to see people go against, like they don't want to go against their own. So it's like if a gay person comes out against a gay person, Jewish person comes out against a Jewish person, but they don't do it publicly. These people are doing it publicly, so it looks. This is not.
So
Go ahead.
so what you're saying is the Me Too movement and the women rights are not protecting.
I'm not saying women rights.
Oh,
The feminist movement. The
oh,
feminist
some
movement and
feminist
Me
move.
Too
The
movement
feminist.
are
Sorry,
skewing society's views.
right.
Because
That's
if
right.
what they're saying is to believe all women without any facts, that's delusion. I'm going to hear you out, and I'm going to allow you to dictate how the story goes. But if the facts just what you're telling me, then you're a liar.
But that's here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Okay, hold on. Let me just cut in. Um, going back to what you were saying about Gail and Oprah, these people have an amount of fandom, right? Like fans, like regardless of what they have said in the past about people and situations and topics, whatever. They have a huge amount of people supporting them. So what what my question is, what does it take for these people to lose their credibility
I
and for people to just look at them like what you just said? Nah, I'm not about to go believe what you say because a lot of the times you don't cover the true facts. You say things, but you never cover them. You just give one side of the coin, but not the other. And just like you were pointing out, why are they going to why are they targeting people, for example, Kobe, who passed away, may he rest in peace again, and not going after Harvey Weinstein, who is right now happening, right?
um
Why?
I just feel that it's just the times now. The pendulum has
Yeah.
moved. The pendulum has moved from it just being women with just crazy, like they want their money type thing. Then it moved all the way to the left with believe all women. Then it's moving all the way back to the right. That yeah, there's a lot of women who's just lying about these things.
So you're saying, okay, hold
I'm
on,
just saying
hold on,
it's the times. The
hold on. Okay,
times is
so
go ahead.
I feel like it's the times too, because also with the internet, like these news stories drop instantly, and then people just talk like they just say stupid shit instantly, and there's no taking it back. It's there forever.
right, but again, I'm asking, what is it going to take for the fans, these people that
I feel like they're feeling the burn. They're
support
feeling the
them?
burn now, though. Like
You
before, it
feel?
wasn't that big of a burn because a lot of people are catching it. It was a lot of the traction had to build up. But since the internet's out right now, and everybody can have a voice. People can fact check themselves. So at this time, if you're literally just looking at them and not fact checking, just going off of that, you're to be ignorant. You have the same tool you're using to get the information, the same tool you use to fact check. Now, if you don't want to go in there and fact check, then that's your fault. But if you ride for somebody and they're clearly wrong, then you're an idiot because you can check the facts. Because a lot of these cases, Mike Tyson, he has a rape case.
Oh
He was
hell,
convicted.
dude.
Listen, this is a story. He had the opportunity to pay her off. I want you to understand that. He
Yeah,
had an opportunity to pay her. She wanted money. He said, bring it to court. And he lost in the court case. I just want you guys to understand that. He could have
I
paid
know.
her off and no one would have been the wiser. But he felt that he was such in the right that he lost that. But no one talks about that part. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have paid it off and would have been the wiser. But he felt so strongly on it's a gamble. It wasn't true because no one question like now he's a convicted sex offender. Now he's a convicted rapist. She said she raped him. He went to jail for it. People still to this day bring it up.
Yeah, they do.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, there's actually Lucas likes to brag about this one incident that happened here in Canada in Ontario. Mike Tyson, now I guess he was trying his comedian show, right? And he came down to Toronto, and it's on YouTube, by the way, too. Um, this guy, that's very, like, he's hated not only because of how he interviews people, but the questions, but for this one simple fact that you just mentioned about Mike Tyson. So uh, here's Mike Tyson coming in promoting the fact that he's a comedian and people should go see him. And this guy brings
Oh,
up
I
the
see
rapist.
the video.
Huh?
And it just, I seen this video, and then he just keeps
Yeah.
bringing it up, right?
Yes, you see it. Yeah, he keeps bringing it up, and Mike Tyson's like, "Yo, buddy, what the fuck?" Right? He like literally says that to him. It's like, no, but truly, truly, Mike, like truly, like, what do you think? Like, you're a piece of shit. He's like, Mike, come on, we're live right now. Okay, fine, you're a bigger piece of shit. Like, it's hilarious. It's funny, but again, people, what Basha was saying, people keep constantly bringing these situations regardless of the other side of the coin, right? They don't want to cover the true facts, and they choose to be ignorant by hearing the one thing that Mike Tyson raped this woman. But again, this is a news person. Hear this: a news person choosing to question Mike Tyson's integrity of his past, and to this day, he hasn't apologized. He doesn't. He. I bet you, if Mike Tyson or anybody mentions him about this interview that he had with Mike Tyson, he'll literally just laugh it off and be like, "Yeah, yeah, I did that," or whatever. But ask him, do you think did you cover the true facts? He'll choose to be ignorant. That's where Bosch, I believe Bosch is right. And this is a news person, and it's so funny how he instigates the situation.
But with the thing that Basha said, how you have to fact check the news, not a lot of people are going to do that, and nor do I think that they should have to do that. So
You
it's
have,
pretty fucked up.
yeah, but this shit is coming out. Here's the thing: fact checking your sources. I don't feel like you need to delve that deep, but you should do enough to be like, is this person who's credible? Like, you understand, like, you can get some things wrong, but like, you have to do it if you're learning knowledge from the first. If this is the first time you're hearing of this knowledge, like, I'm not saying you're supposed to question the whole thing. Like, I don't mean question it, but I mean like you should take in what they're saying to you and then do some more research to see if this person is even telling you information is even credible. People should do that generally because the way that Gail did the whole Kobe thing, she didn't go over the whole parameters of the case. She just kept going on. He's a rapist. You wouldn't know that he was doing rapey things, but how
So
do
do
you
you think
know?
that is like Gail's agenda or like her boss's agenda, though?
Here's the thing: when you are the face of that morning show or that news show, you get a certain level of leeway. When you're Oprah's best friend, you also get a certain level. You understand what I'm saying?
Not only
Yeah,
that, but
She
not only that,
so
I
I can.
still question who, if it was her idea or if somebody else had her say it.
I'm not gonna say the thing. We're basically saying if she was a newer anchor or a new anchor or reporter, I can probably say maybe. But she's in the game too long to be like, hey,
yeah,
she can literally move the way she wants because her best friend can buy the news station. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's
yeah,
it, she didn't have any
Oh,
leeway. She didn't look over what she was gonna be asking because you have to prep yourself. I just feel like, hey, she's done enough in the news world for her to be acting like this is her first rodeo. It's not her first rodeo. She has enough power to be like, I'm not gonna act. That's the
yeah,
least she can do. Because why have this whole? Actually, I didn't watch the whole. I actually watched the people that I trust in logic and watching videos of them. They broke it down to me. It doesn't get better if you watch the whole. So I'm assuming that part's near the end of the interview. But from what I've heard, they watched the whole thing. It's not. It doesn't get better. But people should watch it for themselves and then decide. From what I'm seeing, it's like if the way that it's cut up or the way that it's not cut up. It looks like that chunk is her just asking all the Kobe questions. It doesn't look like it's cut and
it made
diced
it
up.
look like, I don't know, made it look like it was done in really poor taste, though.
And then she tries to blame CBS. I'm like, CBS? You blaming CBS? Who we gonna be mad at? The owner of CBS? Nobody even knows who the owner of CBS is. Like, you have to look that up. Like, I don't know this person. We know who you are. And when it comes out your mouth, you are the victim. Like, she's trying to make it seem like, oh, CBS did it. I'm like, CBS is a hold on. CBS is like a faceless organization.
thing is, it's taking responsibility of her action. It's just what you're saying, and yes, I agree too, because she has an amount of responsibility, not just to her face, but to her credibility to say, look, I choose not to say this. Even to the producer that's like speaking to her in the earpiece, say it, question this, uh, ask him this or ask her this, right? she has the right to say no. I'm not gonna say that. So yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying, because if she's the face of that show, if she's the face of her own uh, industry, and in whatever show that she's in, she can say whatever she wants, and question whatever she wants. So yeah, I agree. For her not to take for her not to take the blame, not to say, you know what, I'm really sorry for have asking those questions, then then she chooses to be ignorant too, and that's another thing. And that goes back to my question too. What is it going to take for society, for people that's following these people, knowing that it's like, hey, you just said something really stupid, or did you get your facts right? Like, no, no, it just seems wrong, dude. It just seems
Well,
wrong.
with the Gail thing, it's like not only how did she get it like past her boss or whatever, or did she have to get it past her boss, but it's like how did she get it past her own conscience? Like how did she allow herself to ask that question? Because it should have felt wrong, but it didn't feel wrong to her.
Right. That's another thing. Like, I know a lot of I've heard this. I even practice this too. I can't apologize for what I say or do, right? But what has she done ever since she did that interview? Did she do anything? Did she do anything to support the family or say sorry to Kobe after that? Or like what has she done? Has she done anything? Has she reached out to the wife and said, "Look, I'm very sorry for your loss. Is there anything that I can say or do for you?" Like, has she done anything? Even Oprah, like for that matter, like yo, regardless of their job, like have they reached out to Vanessa, Kobe's wife?
Um,
Damn, that makes them look even more
I
guilty.
don't think they have to. She knew. Here's the thing. She knew what she was gonna. She knew when they gave her talking points. She knew what she was gonna do. She knew she was gonna press it. Like, did she apologize to Michael Jackson's mother? I don't know. I mean, did Oprah apologize to Michael? Like, they are very. If I don't think they. Let me just bring that back up. I don't. I don't think they in their. I don't think they in their mind they think they did anything wrong.
Right. That's what I mean.
After all of this, like the timing of it, it's just like you're choosing.
They're choosing to be ignorant.
I
They're
just,
choosing
I
to.
just, we can say that she's been doing this for so long. It's like, I think it's just natural to her just to be a dick for no apparent reason. But who else she's been interviewing? I'm looking up I don't know the R. Kelly one, which that was just her fitting the agenda with the hating black man. Hey, first of all, R. Kelly needed to get out of here anyway. He's no one. He shouldn't have been as free as long as he has been.
I still can't get over the whole Masco Zorro thing that he had going on. Yo, that was kind of cool, dude. It's like, yo, it wasn't. It's not him. It's not me. It's not R. Kelly. So who was he then? Masco Zorro, peeing and people,
I'm trying to look
leaving
her
his
up.
mark.
I don't see a lot. She had a couple of talk shows that most likely she was put on because of Oprah. Yeah, I don't know, man. She may be good at her job at reporting, but I don't. Like, I only see her when it's about her something to do with her and Oprah. Like, I don't see her on her own 2 feet. Like, she's not breaking news stories. So I'm like, what else has she done? Like, does it have to be big enough for her to be like, okay, I'm gonna put my hand on this? Just like over the anything for Kelly. Then Oprah wants to pretend crying about like her friend being threatened. I'm like, yo, truth be told, Oprah, you walk around with enough security that you can spare some for your friend. Buy your friend some security. You both make enough money. Do I believe anybody's even gonna try to touch her? No, I don't believe. It's like, yo, you can't just be acting all wild for no apparent reason.
Yeah, that's another thing. Do they have kids?
Gail has kids. Oprah does not. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Gail has kids.
So Oprah has no kids.
No, she didn't want to give Stepman child support
Damn.
because he can live off it for years.
So you're saying okay, hold on. I don't know this. So can she or did she chose not to have kids?
I don't know if she can have kids. That's not something I'm looking up. Like I haven't heard anything of that.
Didn't Oprah have a baby but gave it away?
That's that's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Oprah had a kid when she was like a teenager and she gave it away. Wait, let me look this up.
Because it seems weird for her to be pictured as a cold-hearted woman and not have a heart. You know what I mean? Not have a kid in her life, even with whoever it is.
Gail has 2
Man,
children.
Why don't you put up
like she gave people new. She gave like what her audience a new car, a new car. You have a new car. You have a new car. Yo, nobody does that to anybody,
You still have
dude.
to pay. The new car thing is very difficult, people, because it's not really free. You still have to pay for that.
Yeah, I
the
know. I
taxes, right?
know.
I don't
Still,
understand why you have to pay any taxes. You're giving it away.
Because Oprah don't want to pay the taxes.
damn, she cheap like that, eh?
Here's the thing, if she bought the car, I don't understand how that works. I know you have to pay for it, but if I buy a car and I give this, what is the tax? Like I'm pretty sure you have to put in your name, their insurance, like that. So all that, yeah, that's understandable. So technically, you can't drive it off the lot until you pay for all the other things. But why didn't you just put that? Why didn't you just pay for all that included? I don't know, man.
And then here's another thing. How did she let Tom Cruise get in her sofa, dude?
Yeah, jump on her couch like that. That was crazy. I don't know, but I looked it up and it did say that Oprah was pregnant when she was 14, but the baby died prematurely
Eh,
because birth prematurely, and then he died shortly after birth. So she's had a rough life.
yeah, but
I
like,
guess it was from the abuse she suffered or not.
I still do. I still can't side with her, man. I still can't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's tough.
It takes an amount of respect to earn.
I'm not saying that it makes what she's doing right at all.
I mean, to let Tom Cruise jump on your sofa and not let Will Smith do that, that's harsh. Man. It's the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Well, Tom
Oprah
Cruise is like
clearly
five
hates
six.
black people. You've established that.
Tom Cruise is like super tiny.
Yeah,
He looks
he's super
like
tiny.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
He's like 4 feet.
No, Tom Cruise is like 5'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just I don't know. Society, and the Me Too movement and feminist rights. They need to get their facts right first, man. In order for them to just jump on first, and uh, you know, it's almost like a witch hunt. You know, if you think about it, it's like the moment they hear something bad is done, they go at it straight, forks fired first. You know, it's bad.
So
Just think of
she works for Good Morning America, and she's a special correspondent. Yeah, she doesn't. From what I'm seeing, I don't know how good she is at her job.
who, Gail?
Yeah, I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her wiki page. It doesn't have a lot in here. Like I said, I am using a wiki. The wiki's not the if and be
Who
all.
knows?
But it literally, from what I'm seeing, I'm looking at her whole career. It says she met Oprah in Baltimore at some station, blah blah. She was an anchor in 1991. Okay, she worked as an anchor, news anchor for 18 years. Okay, never mind. She put in some work. She put in some, but I don't. She's not a global. She's not like what's that girl's name? They used to work with Matt Lauer,
Oh,
the white
Katie
girl.
Couric.
Huh?
Katie Couric.
Yeah, like she's like I see her more often than I see Gail on a lot of news things. I think she had her own TV show for it, but I don't know, man. I don't think news reporters get that shine anyway. Most of these journalists don't really get shine anyway, so I shouldn't even look at this as this actually means anything. Real journalists don't get shine. I just don't know what stories she actually broke herself. From what I'm seeing, she doesn't look like she broke any story herself here. Like it just says she had a talk show in 1991 with Oprah. Then she had a Gale show in 2006 on XM Radio. Then she had another. She had the Gail King show on 2011. Ended in the same year because of low ratings. She's co-anchoring in Good Morning America. Yeah, it doesn't look like she. It doesn't look like she did any. It doesn't look like she did enough for me to be like, she was hitting the pavement. It looks very, very spotty. It looked like Oprah gave her
Like,
the one up.
like someone's piffing and shining her, right?
Hey, that's what it looks like. But she said that she's been in the game for 8 years before, around the time Solo Dolo. But it looked like she was a Baltimore news station. I don't know how big the station was, but it looked like it was big enough for her to get this type of look without Oprah. So it looks like Oprah's been carrying her around. I can't be mad
Oh
at that.
shit!
You put your people on. I can't be mad at that. It just like I'm saying, she doesn't look like she put enough to work in. That's about it.
That's about it.
Been on here for all the
Cool.
fiction.
Johnny Depp.
The Johnny Depp thing.
I mean, to this point, man, I don't know what's it gonna take for them to look at this situation serious. I mean, like I said, it it could have gone worse. What if she slashed his wrist or aimed for the heart? Oh, oops.
From
It
what
was
it looked like, she knows how to turn on the water makers.
Yo,
She put the makeup on, saying that he was abusing her. She know what she was
yo,
doing.
she knew what she was doing. Like, yo, she grabbed the knife and probably was like, waving it in the air. And it's like probably doing some ninja stuff. And next thing you know, she just cut off the finger. Holy shit!
Well then, team, that is it.
Yep.
Hey,
Anyone got any other topics they want to bring up?
Nope.
Wow, Benji in the chat.
No, he's not in here.
I just saw his name.
No, he's not in here.
Well,
all right. First time in the chat.
Said,
Hopefully it does well.
Cardo, thanks for joining.
Thank you for listening to the Beantown Bully podcast. Please leave us a review. We're still new to the podcast game. If there's any topics or criticisms, please leave us a comment and shoot us an email at beantownbullies617@gmail.com. If you'd like to support, please check the links in the description.